Since the return of democracy in Nigeria in 1999, there has been complaints on the inability of the Independent National Electoral Commission or even government to prosecute electoral offences arrested for various offences. Although INEC had made attempts to reprimand its erring staffs and other offending members of the public, but not enough impact has been made to reduce the ugly trend in the electoral system. Correspondent Nabuchi Nabuchi examines the impact of electoral offences in the electoral system. The report.
Criticism abound when it comes to blaming INEC over non-punishment of electoral offenders, despite the Commission's effort at reducing the menace within the electoral space. To show its effort against electoral malpractices, INEC has engaged in arrest and prosecution of those found culpable during elections without much noise. For instance, since the 2015 general elections, INEC has filed about 125 electoral offences before various courts across the country, out of which 60 convictions have been secured. It is also worthy of note that the Commission has received additional 215 cases files from the Nigerian police in respect of electoral infractions during the 2023 general elections alone. These and other cases of electoral malpractices, the chairman of INEC, Mahmoud Yakubu, said were being prosecuted to rig Nigeria of electoral offenders.
Indeed, it is in furtherance of our determination to address the challenges as we prepare for future elections that the Commission is commencing its post-election review engagements today. We are presently looking at all the evidence of infractions during the election, including the prosecution of electoral offenders. We are looking at the activities of all actors involved in the election, including some of our high-ranking officials.
The Commission seems overwhelmed by the load of cases that has piled up for prosecution even without much legal backing to do so. That is the reason it's concluded on working with the Nigerian Bar Association to prosecute the electoral offenders, with the former providing 427 lawyers to that effect free of charge. But some Nigerians are in tune with INEC's call for the establishment of Electoral Offences Commission to aid litigation and prosecution of those who go against electoral norms.
It was very clear. INEC cannot reform itself. Neither will the government be able to reform INEC, because they'll prefer the way it is. And that's why they left most of the laws that were made for the 2023 election, they left it in ambiguity, in a situation whereby it's not clear, it's not the clear cut, how they call it, law that you can interpret straight ahead. They gave INEC so much power that the election will be conducted in line with the guidelines that INEC will make. And INEC even make their own guidelines, and they also still abandon the guideline to do whatever they like.
Of course, 100% to help, because if there is no punishment for the offender, the crime will not stop. So it's better we punish them, and we want Nigeria to see how the punishment goes. They should not bias. The law does not respect anybody.
I do not think INEC is not a security agent, and they cannot on their own take up the role of prosecution or security agencies. The matter has to start with the security agencies, and INEC will only team forces with the security agents to prosecute these people accordingly. They can't do it alone.
Whether good or bad, analysts believe there should be a legal framework to encourage timely and adequate investigation and prosecution of electoral offenders in the country.